Hello and welcome back to Lessons Learned. I'm Sherry and I am here today for a very special video. Blue and I have a plan, so stay tuned. We'll let you in on it. So I have a plan. At the beginning of the year, I kind of set some personal goals to do certain kinds of projects or learn new techniques or even buy fabric in a more smart way, which is, I'm doing pretty good with that this year. I hope you are too. So Blue and I, well, we've been talking and we think it's time to do a charity project. And I've always wanted to do something along that line with regards to animals. So I've thought of a project that all of you could help me with. Maybe not all of you, but some of you who desire to. I know that when Blue gets taken to the groomer and he has to wait in the cage for a little while until I get there to pick him up, he is not happy. He is not happy to be in that cage. So you can imagine in all of the shelters around, you know, lots and lots of dogs that don't know if anybody's ever going to pick them up. So we decided we wanted to do something with that and try to make it a little bit better if we can. So one of the most common charity organizations for pets, for dogs, cats, and that sort of thing is the Humane Society. And there's a Humane Society location in everywhere, in every state, almost every large city, or maybe even not so large cities. All of us can probably name where our local Humane Society is. And if you can't, just look it up online. Just look it up and ask Siri or whatever, where is my the closest Humane Society to me, and you will certainly have a result pop up. So we would like to make a project that could be incorporated into becoming a donation for the Humane Society. So I have an idea. Don't we have an idea? We do have an idea, don't we? Yeah. We're going to make a quilt because Blue is my quilty dog. See when I say quilt, his eyes light up? Quilt? Yeah, we like quilts, don't we? By the way, if you've never met Blue, he is a 9+-year-old cockapoo. I did get him from a private breeder, which probably the next dog I get will be a rescue, if I get another dog. But we love Blue. He's been great for our family. He's a camping dog. He's a quilting dog. He's all of the things. He's just a great little creature, and I just really truly believe in the power of animals to help us with our struggles in life, big and small. They're always there for us, and are there to make us smile, sometimes make us laugh, and they don't care what mood we're in or what we're doing. They just want to be with us, and that's very therapeutic for all of us. All right, so let's get into what this block is going to be, what this quilt is going to be, and I will be showing you how to make the block. I mentioned on this Monday's video that I am overrun with batiks. I have a full 12 by 12 cube of batiks. I haven't done anything with batiks for a long time, so this is the perfect opportunity to create a block that would be perfect for our charity quilt that we're going to make together. So all you need is 2 contrasting pieces of batik, and I'm just going through my box here to see what I have and see what I may be able to come up with as far as a batik block. I have a lot of different things here. There's just tons and tons and tons. Okay, here's some nice blue. I like this blue. How about let's do a blue on something light with that. Let me see. What could I do? What could I do? Well, these yellows look pretty nice. That could be a nice contrast. There's a green and white. I have these. Ooh, these are pretty. Blue wants to get involved. Do you hear him down there? Okay, so I think I've come up with what I'm going to use. I had hundreds of choices I could have made. So the idea is to get two contrasting. Your biggest piece, you're going to have a big piece, you're going to have two bigger pieces and one small piece. So just make them different, and the dark doesn't need to be in the small or the dark. You just need those two, and you can position them however you want to position them. Alright, so here are my two pieces. They were 2 fat quarters, so I just ironed the major wrinkles out. And I'm going to go ahead and give you the measurements of what to cut. First of all, though, I want to put on the screen a picture of the quilt that was the inspiration. This was on Tammy Ernest's YouTube channel, as I mentioned before. And I just snapped a shot of the Batik quilt that was sent in to her for long arming. Unfortunately, there was no pattern information, although we don't really need it. It's so easy. I'm just going to make up some measurements that make sense, that look kind of like what's on that quilt, and go from there. So she didn't know the name of the pattern, or neither, I guess, did her client. So that is the quilt right there. That's what the finished quilt will look like. It's kind of a plaid looking thing in a way, although the plaids only go one way. But I think it's just very effective, the design of it. Now, since we have so many batiks here to work with, I think maybe some of you don't have batiks, but I need to work on mine. So whatever you all aren't able to send me, then yeah, I'll have plenty. Alright, so let's get to cutting here. We're going to take our main fabric, which is the 2 pieces of the rectangle, and cut 7.5 by 6 and 3.5 by 6. And then of our narrow strip that we'll be putting between those 2 blocks will be 2 by 6. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those. Okay, so to recap, I have 3.5 by 6, 2 by 6, and 7.5 by 6. All we do is put a straight seam between each one and sew them open, or press them open rather. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine and go ahead and do that. Alright, so that's not so bad, is it? Very easy, very effective. I look forward to getting your blocks in the mail on this. And this is how this is going to work. First of all, I wanted to read something from the Humane Society when making a gift donation, and that's basically what will happen in this case. As you send in your blocks, I will have your names, and I can take your names and put those in a hat, pull one once the quilt is sold, and a donation will be made in your honor. So what's going to happen with that, I haven't decided the actual auction platform yet, but once the quilt is finished, I will be auctioning the quilt off. So hopefully we can get as many donations toward that quilt as possible, or chances to win it. However, one person will win the quilt. So it doesn't have to be one of you. You can spread the news and let anybody go on to the auction platform that I choose and make a bid on the quilt. However, I will be putting all of your names in a hat, pulling one, and giving the proceeds from that quilt to the local, not the local, but the Humane Society. So this is a United States-wide organization, so it will benefit animals all over the United States. So I wanted to read what it says here. It says, honor a friend, relative, or even a pet with a gift donation to the Humane Society of the United States. Gift donations are a great alternative to a traditional birthday, anniversary, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, wedding, or holiday gift. You can even send one just to say you care. So with your gift donation, you're helping the Humane Society of the United States fight for all animals, and that's definitely something to celebrate. So there was another little bit of information here that I appreciated very much, and I think you will too. It says, for every animal saved, countless others are still suffering. By stepping up for them, you can create a future where animals no longer have to suffer in puppy mills, factory farms, testing labs, or other heartbreaking situations. Will you be a hero for all animals? So I just think it's kind of a neat thing. There's all sorts of charities that someone can donate to, and they're all wonderful. But I just wanted to do something for animals, and I think this will be a nice way to contribute to the Humane Society to be able to do that. I know I've used the Humane Society in the past for my pets, and I've not been disappointed in anything that they've done for me. So this is your block. You can certainly take this made-up pattern that I just made up and make yourself a quilt if you want. If you don't want to participate in the donation, this is something you can do with your batiks. And if you would like to participate in making a block for the quilt that I will construct and eventually auction off, you can do that and send it to me in an envelope this size, and you will only need one stamp. So you can just take it and fold it. You'll probably have to fold it in half and then in half again. And it'd probably be a good idea not to fold across this strip right here. It doesn't matter. Once I get them, I will steam them, starch them really well, and get them looking nice. So this will fit and is within the weight limit of one stamp. So make sure that you put your personal information on the envelope so that I can at least have your name, so that I can put you in the drawing to be the person that gives the donation. So I think that's a nice way to do it, and it's something that we can do ongoing. Once we get one quilt done, we can just start right into another one. I don't know if the pattern will always be the same, but at this moment, this is the pattern that we're using for the first one. So we're going to have to iron out some details as we go, I'm sure. But in the meantime, happy quilting with this block. I haven't named it yet. Maybe you could insert a note in your envelope with a suggestion for a name for this quilt, and that would be fun too. So there's just all sorts of possibilities we can do with this. You can tell I'm kind of making it up as I go. I'm not experienced at this, but I know how to sew, and I know you know how to sew, and we all have big caring hearts for our animals. So please participate in this with me. I think it would be great fun. I will be donating the batting and the backing and the quilting and all the finishing for the quilts, as long as I can get enough blocks to get one done. And I'm sure you guys won't disappoint. All right, have fun, and we'll talk about this more in the future. Have a great day. Bye.